Hello everyone, hello. I want to officially welcome you guys to the first video of Sir Dave's tutorial. It's just so exciting for me. Like, I'm really excited right now to be dropping this video here on this platform, and I hope that you guys will subscribe to the channel after watching this video. Yes, today we're going to go through a class. It's called double entry principle. Through my interaction with students, I discovered that so many persons find it hard to understand the whole idea of accounting in terms of calculation, in terms of posting entries, and all about that. Why is that so? It's because they don't really understand the idea of double entry, and this is why I'm shooting this video today. The first thing is, what exactly is double entry principle? The double entry principle just states simply that for every debit entry there must be a corresponding credit entry, and for every credit entry there must be a corresponding debit entry. I'll take that again. For every debit entry there must be a corresponding credit entry, and for every credit entry there must be a corresponding debit entry. So I'll be illustrating all I just said on my notepad. So let's go into that quickly. Okay, here we are. Okay, so I'll be illustrating what I said. Go over it again. I said that the double entry principle states that for every debit entry there must be a corresponding credit entry, and for every credit entry there must be a corresponding debit entry. What does that actually mean? It means that for every transactions there are actually two sides of it. In the sense that there's one side of a transaction where there's a debit entry, and there's also another side where there is a credit entry. I'll illustrate that with several transaction examples I'll be illustrating on my book here. So yes, before I go into that quickly, let me just say the double entry principle is fully summarized into this. It states that that we debit the receiver and we credit the giver. Okay, so the receiver is usually being debited and the giver is usually credited. This is a summary of all what I said before. So now let's take an example. Let's say paid wages 20 naira by check. Now this is a transaction. Now when you see a question like this, you should be able to the first thing that you should be able to answer is this: first of all, you try to identify the accounts that are found in this transaction. After which you can now also go ahead to identify which side of the accounts will be debited and which side will be credited. Because remember what the principle said. I said that for every debit entry there's a corresponding credit entry. So for every account that is having a debit entry, there must be another account that is having the corresponding entry as regards the transaction. So now look at this two over here. This transaction here, it said paid wages 20 naira by check. From this place here, we can actually derive or extract two accounts, one of which is your wages account, and the other your bank account. Wages accounts as in a nominal account, that's an expenses account, and your bank account because there's a check over here and check relates to the bank. So that's why that's why we are bringing out the bank account over here. So now these are the two accounts over here. Now the question is, which account is going to be debited and which account is going to be credited? Okay, the first thing now is which account is the receiving account and which account is the giving account. Because if you look over here, I stated that the account that is meant to be debited is the receiver, and the account that is meant to be credited is the giver. So which account here is receiving this value 20 naira and which account is giving it out? Now let's try to understand this transaction or this question here. Is it paid wages 20 naira by check? That means a certain amount of wages, 20 naira, was paid by check. That means 20 naira is taken out of the bank to pay wages. So therefore, from that explanation, we can conclusively say that wages is the one receiving the value, which is 20 naira, and bank is the one giving it out. Wages is the one receiving and bank is the one giving out, because the 20 naira is taken out from the bank to pay the wages. So therefore, the wages accounts will be debited and the bank account will be credited. Okay, that was very easy. Let's take another. This one goes this way: purchased goods 300 by check. 300 naira by check. 300 naira by check. So purchase goods 300 naira by check. When you are purchasing goods, you are basically receiving, okay, and when you are making payments, you are giving out. So purchase goods 300 naira by check. There are two accounts we can actually do extract from this transaction, which is the purchases account and okay, and finally we take this last illustration. Receive 200 naira by check from John. In this situation here, we are actually receiving, we as a firm, we are receiving money in check from John. So sorry. So the person giving to us here, or the account given to us here, is John, and the account that we'll be receiving is our bank account, because the money is being received by check. So automatically you have to go and check that money, cash out that money from the bank, or let it be transferred into your bank account, either of them. So what we're going to do here is we're going to debit John. So we are going to credit John account, because it's the account that is giving us John account to be credited, and our bank account will be debited. Okay, so that will be all for this class. It was nice having this class with you guys. So in order to just appreciate this little work I've done here, please try to subscribe to the channel. Let's try to promote the channel by subscribing to it, by showing your appreciation. Make your comments as regards this class. If you feel that you should explain further, you can drop a comment. Thank you very much.